Next on Worcester News tonight, a troubling discovery near railroad tracks in Worcester. Police are investigating after someone abandoned twin 9-month-old babies. Plus, 2 shootings less than an hour apart Tuesday night. A teenager is dead. Neighbors and friends are reacting to the devastating news. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. More on those stories in a moment, but first, what can we expect weather-wise for the holiday weekend? It was a bright and sunny day across central Massachusetts, and it looks like we'll see more of the same for the 4th. Let's get a first look at our local forecast.
A really summery day around central Massachusetts. This image coming in earlier in Worcester. The blue sky, temperature in the 80s. In fact, many communities hitting 90 degrees. We'll talk more about that coming up, but this is probably the first day of what will end up being a heat wave across much of central Massachusetts as the heat rolls on right through the holiday. There's a beautiful blue sky all across southern New England and even up north if you're headed to the lakes and mountains. Fireworks this evening look fantastic. It's mostly clear. Temperatures will settle back into the 70s at that point. There is a light wind, so not much air moving around tonight. Just a touch of humidity, but not oppressively so. And then as we look ahead to the next couple of days, this is what I was talking about. Flirting with 90 for the 4th. And on Friday, and even on Saturday, it's still very warm. Now, Saturday, the big difference, an increase in humidity and an increased storm threat as a front comes into that hot, humid air. You can see what that does on Sunday. It drops our temperature in a big way. Coming up in just a few minutes, your 10-day forecast showing you all these changes as we go through the holiday week.
All right, thank you, Michael. Developing news in Worcester tonight. Police are investigating the discovery of 2 babies abandoned near train tracks. The twin 9-month-olds appear to be okay. Railroad employees found the babies in the area of Cambridge Street and Kansas Street. It's where our Rosalind Flaherty is reporting from with the latest information. Rosalind.
Olivia, it was a shocking discovery. Police say they found the babies near these railroad tracks behind me. We talked to a man who was questioned by police because he says he knows the mom and babies.
I've met the babies 2 or 3 times, and I just can't believe something like that could happen.
Carl Wooden says he was with twin 9-month-old babies hours before Worcester police say they were found abandoned near these railroad tracks.
It's traumatizing to me.
Police say they received a call around 12:15 Wednesday morning for a welfare check at a Cambridge Street address. They say railroad employees found the babies near Kansas Street and called 911. Wooden says he knows the mom and was with her and the babies watching fireworks. He left her around 11 p.m. Tuesday night because he says she was belligerent and he wanted to distance himself.
Wish I didn't now, knowing the circumstances.
He didn't know the babies were abandoned until later Wednesday morning. He says the mom, who is not from Worcester, was in a recovery program down the street.
She must have passed out or something and woke up and didn't, because she's not from the area, and woke up and didn't know where she was. But she knew that she had the kids. I don't get it.
Police say the babies appear to be unharmed and are in DCF custody. Wooden says he doesn't know where the woman is, but is happy the babies will be all right.
I just wish you could tell time, to see the future.
Police say the babies have been identified. Police have not confirmed whether the twins were with their mother last night. There is still no official word as to who left those babies there. We're live in Worcester. Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
And Worcester police are investigating 2 shootings, one of them fatal. They both happened soon after thousands had turned out for the city's Independence Day celebration at Cristoforo Colombo Park Tuesday night. The fireworks went off without a hitch around 9:30, and by all accounts, it was a great show. The park was full of families and people enjoying a night out along Shrewsbury Street, and the Massachusetts Symphony Orchestra headlined the event. But within minutes, the sound of fireworks were replaced with gunshots. The victim of the fatal shooting is an 18-year-old man. He was shot on Gage Street, not far away. And a little later in the night, police say a 19-year-old was shot after a fight with another man on Shrewsbury Street. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Police are not saying if the 2 scenes are connected. And tonight, friends are remembering the 18-year-old shot and killed. They say he was an aspiring music artist with a good heart. Some neighbors say they heard the gunshots and ran outside to help. Our Chandler Walsh joins us live now with the latest on the investigation. Chandler.
Olivia, balloons, flowers, and candles mark the area near where the teen was shot. Police aren't identifying the victim in this case, but friends say he was a rapper and lived in Worcester. A quiet scene on Gage Street Wednesday morning. Worcester police say this is where an 18-year-old man was shot minutes after Worcester's Independence Day celebration ended. The teen died from his injuries.
He was funny. Always made jokes. Always liked to have fun. Never see him sad.
A friend who didn't want to go on camera was emotional, describing the victim as a good kid. He says they were coming back from the fireworks show when he was shot.
I just heard the shots. I just saw him on the floor. I called the police. I tried talking to him.
A young man was being carted away and by the EMTs, and they were performing CPR with him.
Stephen Dorado was working in his office a couple houses away. He says he heard 4 loud gunshots, followed by 2 more.
This entire neighborhood transformed over into ground zero. It was just overwhelming, very emotional. At that point, I came out, and I was part of the crowd.
The street was filled with people watching the fireworks from the street or heading home from the celebration.
There were kids here. There were babies here in strollers as well. This was very, very sad and very frightening.
Dorado says it's a shame to see a young life taken and something parents should never have to go through.
This is a youth that had everything ahead of him in his life. There were a number of parents that I saw hugging their kids, knowing exactly what they're feeling at that moment.
Witnesses are calling this a senseless tragedy. Police haven't given a motive and are continuing to investigate. Anyone with information can send an anonymous text to the Worcester Police tip line. Live in Worcester, Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
Switching gears now, a groundbreaking is now set for the future home of the Worcester Red Sox. City and team leaders announced it at last night's Independence Day celebrations. Construction will begin on July 11th. Polar Park is projected to cost upwards of $86 million. It will hold 10,000 fans. It's scheduled to open in the city's Canal District for the beginning of the 2021 season. In an effort to keep up with the times, Massachusetts lottery officials and State Treasurer Deb Goldberg say they are looking to online lottery games. They say it's the next step in modernizing the digital marketplace, but local businesses selling lottery tickets are worried it will affect their business. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us live now with the details. Brittany.
Olivia, of the 44 states with lotteries, 11 of them offer online games. Local businesses who sell lottery tickets say it would greatly affect their business. Broadway Enterprises is worried about the potential online sales of Keno and lottery tickets.
If it went online, it would be really hurtful to the business.
The Lottery Room on Water Street was built to sell tickets and to play Keno. Currently, businesses get 5% on sales and 1% on cash rewards. Manager Michael Lubarski says playing online wouldn't have the same appeal as their space.
All these people know each other, they talk, they catch up on the news of the day.
It's a social affair, primarily. We see the same guys, we laugh, joke.
George Fayard has been coming to Broadway for years and plays Keno, daily numbers, and mass cash. He says he's against online lottery sales supported by State Treasurer Deborah Goldberg to modernize the game.
Just another avenue that the state takes away from the small business owner and better control for them. Take it away or limit it, it's less places for retired people to go to.
The Express Stop in Auburn has a Keno lounge inside. They say they make most of their money from lottery tickets.
In the town over here, we're the best place for lottery stuff. We make good money in lottery and we get good commission in lottery.
Their district manager says if the state moves forward with online lottery sales, it would have serious consequences to their business.
I think we're going to close the store. Yeah, because we're not going to make that much money.
Treasurer Goldberg says the gaming environment has changed significantly since the lottery's inception in 1972, and this is the next step. Olivia?
All right, Brittany, thank you for that information. Several warnings from doctors tonight concerning the risk of Salmonella and Listeria. The CDC is raising a red flag about papayas amid a Salmonella outbreak. Doctors say there have been several cases in New England of people being hospitalized. Several vegetables are also being recalled for possible Listeria contamination.
Primarily, people should look for vomiting and diarrhea. That's the primary thing. Fevers in addition, generally feeling unwell, usually a few hours, 8 or 12 hours to up to 3 days, 72 hours after they've eaten it.
And doctors say you should go to the hospital immediately if you experience any of those symptoms.